time for a Scraplift Crafternoon. And I believe it was Miss Tara did find online here. She found it on YouTube because that's what's in our links. But I actually follow Sarah Millerhouse Creates. This is her Instagram. And I've been following her. So I was really excited when Tara proposed from the YouTube. She's like, oh, you know, and this is just stunning. I just love this layout. Like I said, I've been following her, and I think she's got just a really unique style. So I was excited. Oh, I guess I should tell you. So she has she's using the Hip Kit May 2022, which I do have that kit. Now, that being said, I'll show you what I got because I don't have exactly what she's got left. But she used hexagons behind, you know, her photos. She's got some mixed media going on in here. She's got the florals kind of going this way, a bunch of little word deals. It's just stunning. It's a really beautiful layout, and I was excited about it. Now, here's what I have. Like I said, I have the Hip Kit 2022 collection here. However, I've already got into it because this is it's August, y'all. So this is all I have in the way of papers left. So I don't have the same one she's got, but that's totally fine. I do love these colors together. They're stunning. Now, that being said, I started to have this as my background because I thought, well, I don't need to use white. I'll use something else. Nope, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna use this some kind of way in my hexagons probably. So I did pull out a white piece of cardstock. She used the Distress Oxide, so I'm going to. These are the colors I have. Hers are a little brighter, if I'm honest. She has a brighter pink. And I think I'm going to end up using this kind of orangey down here. And I'll figure it out. I think she's actually only got 2 colors, but I'm going to see about maybe using 3. I don't really know yet. I have to get into that. And then from the hexagons, she used her Cricut, she said on her video, to cut her hexagons. I don't have a Cricut, but I do have these dies. But y'all, I'm too darn lazy to cut one size over and over and over again. So I'm probably going to use a couple sizes in here so I can cut multiple at the same time. Because she does have, not a whole page, but quite a bit. And I'm not going to do that one by one. So I'll have a couple that are kind of close in size so I can kind of work with it. And then I got these 2 pictures. They're my daughter from this past weekend. I thought about using something from my husband and my daughter's trip. Uh-oh, y'all. Saturn's playing with a brush. But I didn't see anything in the pictures that they sent me that really would look good with pastels and oranges and stuff. So I'm going to use these. I can trim off. I'm kind of sad about the, if I'm honest, I'm sad about the exit sign. But I think I can cover it with something. We'll see if I can put an embellishment or something like that. So, but this is my daughter getting pinned by her good friend and sponsor here. I've talked about this before on a different video when she was in red. But anyway, she's got a special recognition, so she was really excited. Y'all, this cat, I'm going to use my fancy brush here, and she thinks it's cute. So that's my pictures. Oh, and she used a hexagon stencil, but I don't have hexagon stencil, so I'm going to use hearts because I think that's appropriate anyways because this is so cute. Now, she has a lot of florals in her ephemera. I don't really have any. I don't have the floral. I think I've used them all. Oh, I do have butterflies, though, y'all. Maybe I can make this work some kind of way. Maybe I can bring these up and down. Oh, that could be really pretty. But I do have some of these as well. So let me get into my mixed media and all that kind of stuff. Or really, let me start. Actually, that's a total lie. I got to make these hexagons first, y'all. Let me get into that, and I'll come back on soon. All right, y'all. Quick check-in, and I promise it will be really quick. I went ahead and cut all my hexagons. As you can see, I have 2 pattern papers and a bunch of different sizes here, which is fine. I still need to scuff the edges of these guys. And I'm going to come back on to show you the mixed media there. I've gone ahead and trimmed my photos, and I have double matted them. So I've gone ahead and scuffed those up too. So I'm kind of ready. I don't know. I may have to move this guy because he might get covered. So we will play with that just a minute. I don't know. We'll see. I may leave them in there just so I don't feel concerned. Anyways, I'm going to scuff the edge of these guys. And then when I start doing the inky stuff, I'll come back on. All right. Talk soon. Well, guys, it's time to do the inky stuff. So I have scuffed the edges of my hexagons there, and I pulled out my ink here, and this is going to be the Distress Oxide, and I believe this is pumpkin, something pumpkin. And I'm just going to start doing like she did, which is just kind of whirling it around on my paper here. Now, I'm trying to make sure that when the brush hits the paper the first time, you see how it's a little bit darker, where I think hexagons might go, so I don't have this weird, extremely dark orange. And so, anyway, I'm just going to kind of swirl this around. I do use, I think, mostly the orange. I do like the way the orange kind of looks, so I'm going to use it mostly. And then I'm going to come in there. The Tattered Rose, now here's the weird thing about Tattered Rose. It says it looks pink on the little cover, but then when I put it down, it always looks a little orangey to me, and that's literally been the case with every layout. So at first I thought, oh gosh, did I not get enough of this ink off of this brush?
But then I started doing it again, and I go, no, that's the color that it is. I don't know why the cover looks like a pink, but it's really a kind of a strange little pinky orange, and it's always been that way. I've used this, I think, on a couple, 3 other videos, and it always looks kind of orange to me. Now, oddly, my lighting has just randomly changed, and I don't know why. It was bright, and now it's not quite so bright. It looks a little bit warmer to me. That's okay. I'm going to come in here with this green now. Now, I don't think she used 3 colors, if I'm honest. I think she just used 2, but I wanted to use 3 because I had 3, and I thought, you know what? It kind of goes with my little green in my pattern paper there. So I'm adding in this green, and I think this looks really pretty in the end, so I'm not even unhappy about it. Okay, so I've got my ink all the way around over there, and I'm going to cut over because I'm going to start sprinkling my water. Now, I'm going to be honest, I sprinkled my water, and I don't know, I just didn't get as much of a contrast with my sprinkles. Like, the water here is kind of shiny because the light's reflecting off of it. And I end up having to come back a couple, 3 times. It just seemed to me like I couldn't really get the dots. And I know it makes it because I've seen it do it on other things. But for some reason, on this layout, I was just really struggling to get my dots. So I'll do this. I'll kind of pat it dry and all that. And then I'm going to come back again. And then at one point, I even kind of let it set for just a minute, thinking, well, maybe I need to let it, oxidize or react to the water a little bit longer. So I will come back on here in a second. I'm kind of testing it there to see, are you going to show the dot? Are you going to show the dot? It's like a little mystery. And then I'm going to end up deciding, okay, you're plenty dotted. Because I know at this point I need to... Oh, I never even mentioned this. The cardstock I'm using is from Heartfelt Creations. It's one of their... I think it's intended for like inks and things, because I know they have a lot of ink processes. So it's the thicker stuff, and I don't remember the GSM, but it's a lot thicker. All right, so I got all my dots and everything I figure I'm going to have. So this is where I'm going to start putting my paste down with my little heart stencil. Y'all, this little paste is so pretty. It's this glazing paste or something like that. I got it at convention, and I'm not sure the actual purpose. It says glazing paste, and I know they had some example things. I feel like you can put it on like other things, but I don't know what. And it dries fairly quickly. I mean, it does take a minute, but it does dry fairly quickly. I do end up kind of shifting my heart a little bit here and there, so you can see a bit of a, I want to use the word echo. I see it the most in the lower left corner down there, where my heart kind of looks like a little echo of itself next to, I don't know how to explain it, but I must have shifted my stencil just a hair. But I don't think it looks bad at all. I'm happy with it. And it's got this kind of... I'm trying to remember the color. I think it says it's a gold, but it's definitely like it's a shiny little, shiny paste here. It's real pretty when it goes down, and it does have a gold undertone, which I'm pleased with. I think this looks really pretty with these colors. So I'm just kind of putting it around there. I think where she put it, if I'm honest, I did not go back and rewatch her video to see where she put it. I was just looking at the screen of the Instagram. So hopefully I've got it kind of in the same general vicinity. I mean, either way, I like how it turned out, so it's okay. So I'm going to get this going, and I'm going to end up I'm going to have to step away for just a brief second because it does need to dry. And my husband had come home from the gym, and we went and got lunch. So I'm going to step away for just a second, and then when I come back on, it's time to put the hexagons down. I say that. Maybe that wasn't dry, actually, now that I say that, because I think in a couple of these spots on these hexagons, I think it was still a little bit wet, but... Now, here's the crazy thing. I don't think I put these back down exactly where I had them in the original location because I had just shoved them off to the side. But in some ways, I don't mind because I kind of wanted to, when I first started setting them down, I had just cut them and was just making sure I would have enough coverage on the paper. And in this way, I kind of really organized the color a little bit in the sense of I wanted it to be a little bit balanced from the pink and the orange. I mean, it's not like I don't have a pink touching a pink or anything like that. I do have that, but I just thought it looked a little more... balanced how I actually ended up setting these out there. The only thing I'm a little bit sad about is that section right there where I just had my hand. It comes up a little high, and I don't know. In the end, you might can see it. I'm not certain. I kind of messed up, y'all. I had recorded my little slowdown, of the layout where you could see it and all that good stuff, and I don't know where it went. I must have deleted it some kind of way, and I can't find it. And y'all, I'm too lazy to go back and record it, so you'll have to go to Instagram and check out the full page. Well, you'll see it a little bit here at the end, but YouTube kind of cuts it off funny, and I don't really know why. But if you really want to see the full 12 by 12 paper or layout, you can technically see it on my Instagram. You can see it mostly here, obviously, but if you really want to look up close. All right, so here's where I'm just kind of organizing my pictures, and I'm kind of going, okay, I definitely want the one on the left, because she's looking to the left, or she's on the left, looking to the right. So I'm definitely doing that. I contemplated putting them up on foam, but I decided against it because I wasn't 100% sure how I was going to do all the embellishments, and I didn't want to worry about trying to think about where did I have foam or not foam. Now here's where I'm going to go and start trimming off. See, I have a little bit of gold on me. So this must not have been 100% dry. Maybe we didn't get up and go to lunch at that point. I might have had to do it after this. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Somewhere in the middle of this layout, I had to go to lunch. Anyways, I'm going to trim off the edges of my little hexagons here. And I think this looks really pretty. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to have to do is pull out the ephemera. Oh, I'm looking at that extra hexagon. That's where I messed up, y'all. I knew I was missing something some kind of way because I'm going, this isn't exactly the same. But I really couldn't fit that other hexagon on there, so I just set it to the side. I figure I'll use it later. So here's where I pulled out all those ephemeras out of the bag. Now, she had used this little frame exactly how I'm about to use it. That's why I thought, okay, I'm going to do at least this because I figure, okay, this is an homage to the original layout there. And I really just love that layout, honestly. I'm doing this layout a full-on week before this is due because I thought it was so pretty. I go, oh, I've got to try that. That looks so pretty. So I'm just putting in the stuff. This is not what she had done exactly because, of course, I don't have the exact same. I don't have the florals that she had. I don't know if I didn't get it because she mentioned that she gets the embellishment kits. It might have come in that. And I just have this batch of ephemera here. I kind of like this little coffee and tea thing, but it wouldn't fit because her and her friend, her sponsor, whatever, it is her friend. They do coffees and teas, but oh well, it didn't work out. So here's where I'm going to put these butterflies, and this is what I'm using basically in lieu of the florals. There's a whole big old package of them, and so there's plenty to use, and you can color them. So they're made out of fabric. So if you want to color them with markers, or I'm certain I didn't even try it, but maybe pencils, even colored pencils, you could. I didn't on this case because I did kind of want the black and white. I thought it looked really neat, nice contrast to all the color going on. And I'm going to basically build this out kind of like if I had the florals. I'll look at this wreath for just a second. Can I use it? Nope, it goes away. But I do like these little word phrases here, and I'm going to end up putting those in there. She used a few little word phrases, so I think this works out well too. Anyways, I am going to just figure out where all this stuff goes. I do like my little title there. It says this is what it's all about. That's what it is. I am also going to end up putting some of this stuff up on foam. It's funny, I put that butterfly there, and then when I go back and glue everything down, I look at the layout now, and I didn't even put it there. Forgot to put it there. So, oops. Oh, well, it's okay. I found this little cupcake. That's cute. It's kind of like a little celebratory deal, so I stuck that down in there, and I'm going to just, like I said, kind of keep looking for pieces. After I figure out, like I said, where all this is going to go, I'm going to end up just cutting away to glue it down because, y'all, that takes me probably, I'm going to say 20, 25 minutes to glue it all down, even after I know where it's going. It's just because of the foam, and I have to kind of pick, I use foam squares because some of these are so small. I wanted them to be exactly where they were. All right, so I got everything glued down, and this is where I decide. I have this Prima, I think it's called Say It in Crystals, and the colors are real similar. Not the blue. I don't use the blue, but the pinks and there's like a pink and a peach kind of color, and I think, well, that goes kind of pretty with this collection. And I didn't have anything in the way of enamel dots in the collection, so I'm going to use these. And I'm sticking this down. I actually stick one down where I don't want it, and it ends up tearing the paper just a little bit, but I move it. I'm sticking this down, and that's all I'm going to do the layout, y'all. Look at me. I keep bumping that lighting on that thing. And then I don't have a slowdown, so y'all are going to have to just look at the close-ups. Sorry so much about that, but oh well, I don't know. I deleted it at some point. I was trying to clean my phone off. Anyway, here's some of the close-ups here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure and check out the playlist because the other ladies' scrap lists of this layout are going to be in there as well. And we will see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.